Hello everyone. My name is Runsen Shu, a fourth-year PhD student at CUHK. I am glad to present Multi-Spatial MLLM, a project from my internship at Meta about multi-frame spatial understanding for MLLMs. MLLMs have made remarkable progress, but spatial understanding is still fragile. Here, even a strong model answers a simple front versus behind question incorrectly. This motivates us to ask how MLLMs can better understand physical space. Spatial VLM identifies the lack of spatial training data as a key problem. By adding spatial QA data, it improves spatial reasoning. However, it mainly studies single image understanding, so the model only sees one static view. Spatial RGPT further grounds spatial reasoning with masks and depth, especially for relationships between two objects. But it is still single image based, so it cannot reason about camera motion, object movement, or temporal changes. Our goal is multi-frame spatial understanding. For this distance question, a human first imagines the local 3D scene, links overlapping regions across views, estimates depth, and accounts for movement if it exists. Based on these atomic abilities, we build multi-SPA and train multi-spatial MLLM. The tasks include depth, visual correspondence, camera movement, and object perception, with outputs ranging from qualitative answers to coordinates and 3D vectors. This is our static scene data generation pipeline. From ScanNet point clouds, we compute visible points, estimate image pair overlap, sample pairs with a balanced overlap distribution, and populate diverse QA templates with precise spatial information. For dynamic scenes, we use TapVid 3D, built on ADT and Panoptic Studio. It provides aligned 3D point tracks, video frames, and camera poses, allowing object movement questions with both camera and object motion. Two modules are important. For object size, minimum coverage search finds image sets where only the full set covers the object, forcing multi-image integration. For dynamic data, rigid body segmentation separates parts with different motion patterns. Because the benchmark has many answer formats, we use a unified metric. Qualitative and multiple choice answers use exact matching. Scalars and vectors use relative error, while coordinates are judged by distance to the ground truth point. We fine-tune existing MLLMs. We use InterVL2 as the base model, train it on multi-SPA, and mix in general instruction data to preserve its original visual language abilities. The results show clear improvement. Multi-Spatial MLLM reaches 56.11 average accuracy, about 36 points above InterVL8B, and outperforms proprietary models. The gains are especially large on quantitative tasks, where previous MLLMs are often near zero. We also study stronger fine-tuning settings. As we unfreeze more components and increase trainable capacity, average accuracy improves from 56.11 to 66.72, showing that spatial understanding benefits from both data and adaptable parameters. Scalability is clear on camera movement vector prediction, one of the hardest tasks. As data and model capacity increase, accuracy consistently rises. With 2.5 million samples, the 26B full fine-tuning setting exceeds 70%. The learned ability also generalizes. On held-out blink, multi-spatial MLLM achieves 84.3 average accuracy and 94.7 on multi-view reasoning. Standard VQA scores stay close to the base model, so general ability is preserved. We also study whether these tasks help each other. The answer is yes. Multitask spatial training works better than separate task training, suggesting that the model learns shared geometric structure rather than isolated templates. Camera movement vector accuracy improves from 9.30 to 18.00 when we add other task data. Object movement also improves from 17.50 to 22.04, showing transfer across tasks, datasets, and question formats. We further observe emergence-like behavior. In harder visual correspondence data, distractor points are close to the answer. The 8B and 13B models fail to learn when training with these harder samples, but the 26B model reaches 82.33 accuracy with the same data, suggesting a capacity threshold. Finally, we test robot applications. In this out-of-distribution setting, GPT-4o and the base model describe movement of a static cube, while multi-spatial MLLM correctly says it did not move. It can also predict the moving trend of a moving object, suggesting use as a multi-frame reward annotator. To summarize, we introduce multi-SPA, a large-scale dataset and benchmark with the data generation pipeline. We also introduce multi-spatial MLLM, which is scalable, generalizable, and shows multitask and emergence-like behavior with robotics applications.